Bem, boa noite a todos. Vamos iniciar então o terceiro turno de atividades do evento. Eu tenho à minha esquerda a professora Maria Mertzani. Ela é grega, esteve por alguns anos em Londres, em Bristol, na Inglaterra, e atualmente ela é pesquisadora, desenvolve a sua pesquisa junto ao departamento ou setor de letras da Universidade Federal de Pelotas. Então ela falará em inglês e eu tentarei fazer a tradução consecutiva, que eu sei que é uma coisa muito boa de se ouvir. Mas ela entende português, portanto ela vai poder me corrigir, caso eu faça interpretações muito livres das suas palavras. E o professor Luiz Carlos Martins, vocês já conhecem da noite de ontem, foi nosso aluno, nosso colega, e é o chefe do departamento de História, e atualmente é responsável pela História Antiga na Pontifícia Universidade Católica do Rio Grande do Sul. Então eu passo a palavra para a professora Maria Mertzani, que vai falar sobre a palavra quecaumeno e seu significado simbólico em ritos funerários. Eu creio que é uma data histórica para o campus da URGS, porque eu creio que vai ser a primeira vez que alguém fará uma apresentação, uma palestra sobre linear com propriedade.
Okay, thank you. I will move to this side, yes, but I will talk slowly as much as I can.
Ela disse que vai para lá. E vai falar o mais lentamente possível. Será uma mistura de...
So, first of all, thank you for inviting me and giving me this opportunity to present my work for you. My topic is about the word quecaumeno, which is part of a project that I'm running at the moment in UFPEL.
Essa é a apresentação dela, é parte de um projeto que ela está desenvolvendo na UFPEL.
It is being funded by CAPES since February 2014, and it is an interdisciplinary project because it involves mainly linguistics, but I am taking some part from cognitive archaeology and psycholinguistics that I'm using in this project.
É uma pesquisa apoiada pela CAPES e é uma pesquisa de cunho interdisciplinar, onde ela utilizará linguistics, cognitive archaeology,
and then psycholinguistics.
E psycholinguistics.
And the languages that I'm using in this project is Greek, representing spoken languages which have been tested throughout time, especially for the writing. We have the scripts, and for spoken, because we have spoken languages with Latin and other languages. Can I repeat?
Yes, please.
Yes?
Yes.
So I'm using Greek, ancient and modern, for two reasons.
Okay. Ela está usando o grego antigo e moderno por duas razões.
Because it represents written language, because we have ancient Greek since ancient times.
Representa a linguagem escrita do passado.
And because the Greek language is connected very much with Latin and contemporary languages.
Porque a língua grega é conectada com o latim e vários outros idiomas.
Yes. And I am also involving sign languages, the Brazilian sign language with us.
Ela também está usando Libras, a linguagem de sinais.
And my next step is going to involve the indigenous languages of Brazil. I'm hoping both Guarani or Tupi, if I can say.
E ela também vai trabalhar com línguas indígenas brasileiras. A primeira eu não sei o que é e a segunda é o Tupi. Guarani e Tupi. Não precisava me corrigir. Vocês podiam ter me acompanhado na minha ignorância.
Because those languages represent only the orality, only the spoken language, the spoken modality of the language. So, my research question so far that I'm trying to answer is how and where is roundness expressed across linguistic modality.
What is roundness?
Roundness, I can explain, is how can we perceive and express round like objects?
Ah, ok. Como expressões circulares, né? Como e onde as expressões circulares, através das modalidades linguísticas, são percebidas.
The modality means like spoken, written, sign languages. Okay. So with roundness, I need to say that it can be the cycle in a 2-dimension. It can be the sphere, 3-dimension. It can be hollowness, something which is hollow.
Pode ser o círculo, a esfera e o aro. São as expressões circulares.
Or it can be cylinder, because it has the cubices, like it's the pattern. Okay.
Pode ser também cilíndrico, porque tem a curva de um cilindro.
So, that was just an introduction of what I'm going to present now, especially with the word kekaumeno. In my project, I have a corpus of 84 linearly words. And the specific word is met in the specific tablet, the number that I'm using here and I'm giving you. And kekaumenos, it means bird. So it relates to fire.
Eu trabalho com essa palavra, kekaumenos, que significa queimado, ligado ao fogo, queimado pelo fogo.
And the analysis that I'm using, especially for the written language, is based on a very specific theory that is coming nowadays in linguistics.
Ela está trabalhando com uma nova teoria que é bastante recente na linguística.
It's the non-arbitrary relationship that we have by naming the different objects, giving the names in our environment, but it's not arbitrary as Saussure has posited in the past. It's quite opposite.
Ela está trabalhando então com a ideia de relações não arbitrárias entre os fonemas, grafemas e o referente. Então é o contrário das relações arbitrárias.
So yes, then I am using the phonemes, the sounds of the language, but it also is the phoneme here. It means also the form of the handshake in terms of the sign language.
Ela está trabalhando com fonemas que são representados pelo sinal de pulso, né?
Yes, and the graphemes, the symbols that we are using in our writing systems.
E grafemas que nós usamos na linguagem escrita.
So somehow, according to this theory, we are saying that there is a performance. Okay, there is an imitation of the script with the reality and of the handshake with the reality.
Okay.
Okay.
Here we are.
Shall I say? Yes. We imitate. We imitate our environment, and especially with the written language, so it represents somehow because of iconicity. Does it help?
Ok, as coisas são tornadas evidentes através da imitação.
Yes. I'm not going to insist more. You can always ask me later. Just giving you the introduction, there is much research that is proving this relationship so far. Okay, so I need to go then with the command. This is the tablet in linear B, and the part that this word is giving is just down over here in the corner. Okay? No, it's fine, don't worry. I'm comfortable with that. So, I will explain what is the relation of the script with the non-arbitrary connection that I was telling you. Okay? 3 points to consider is that because of the iconicity of the symbols, okay, we need to get the concept of the symbol. So we are talking about the image. What is the image that the symbol is presenting, is representing?
Ela está trabalhando com uma ideia de que todos os símbolos são interconectados, né? Por isso que ela fala de sistema não arbitrário. Então, tudo é interrelacionado. Então tem que ter esses três níveis de modelo analógico de construção. A imagem, seleção da imagem do referente, a esquematização das características da imagem e encoding, que é o linear desse.
I will show you what does this mean. And I will explain. Go on. So, down here is how we encode. So what are the symbols that have been used in the past, okay? In linear B. So this is the symbol ke, ka, u, and me, and no. And as I said before, I'm using archaeological artifacts so that I can see what is the connection between the symbol and the civilization, the culture behind it.
Então, o que ela está tratando é encontrando aquelas fórmulas circulares, esféricas, que são representações da realidade, a gradativa transformação em símbolos que são escritos ou representados em vasos, etc. Contribuição minha para a pesquisa dela.
So, I will insist a little bit more in this part because this is the intermediate part, okay, as I move on with the presentation. And I'm starting with K. The phoneme is K, okay? And now, the most important was, and we are starting with this seal here, the Minoan seal. And the most important is this side of the seal, because Arthur Evans told us that it represents an anthropomorphic figure with the hands up. Okay?
Ela está trabalhando com o que e ela destacou aquele primeiro selo que ela comprou, porque Arthur Evans, que foi um indivíduo que encontrou quinócios, disse que aquilo era uma representação antropomórfica de uma pessoa com os dois braços levantados.
In many idols in archaeology, and not only in Minoan or Mycenaean, we see this part here, like idols in this form. We see these as in Egypt, for instance, and in this specific seal, we see also the snake, the serpent. Yes?
Bem, ela mencionou várias ocorrências dessa simbolização de divindades com braço aberto, com braço dobrado, e ali também naquele selo ela vê a representação da serpente.
Yes. So this figure with the hands up is usually a velar phoneme. Can I explain velar? Velar. Okay, sorry, I'm
Velares.
Velares, yes. So it is k, it can be k, it can be q, okay, or it can be g. These are the velar sounds. Or it can be h with a question mark. It's not always like that. So these are the velars, okay? So not only in linear B script, but as well in the Egypt hieroglyphs and elsewhere, like in Luwian, there is a velar sound.
Então só.
Shall I move on? Yes. Okay. So the new thing here is that Evans has presented us these variations here of the sign ma. I will explain why I'm using ma. This is the sound there, and this is ke here. Many variations. Yes. Now, these, following bibliography and different scholarship, it represents usually the cat head and the omphalos egg. Omphalos?
Omphalos?
Yes, yes, it's the same, yeah? Okay. The variations of cat has been found in linear A, value is representing ma, as in the ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs, which is ma as well. Shall we say more things?
Ela mencionou K.
Ma.
Ma.
Yes. So, the very top, we see that there is a connection with the omphalos and the snake, which is symbols of the worship of Great Mother. The Great Mother was Ma.
Bem, o ônfalos, o umbigo e a serpente são relacionados com a deusa mãe.
Yes.
A deusa mãe e com o som ma. Ma.
Yes.
Como foi a ma.
And this goddess was relating a lot with the water, primordial waters, okay? Not only in Greece, in many other civilizations, okay? Yes. So here, the specific one that connects with the seal and with the linear beam is not only this, but is specific this sign that Evans is giving us. So it is the snake on top of the tripod. The tripod, according to Cook and Evans, early of the 20th century, is representing the male genitals. So it is connected with the lower part. Okay?
O pessoal tá grandinho aqui, eles podem saber que o homem masculino, o homem ainda tem. Bem, ela relacionou o som ma, aquele primeiro que ela apresentou, aquele símbolo, tem uma cobra sobre uma trípode, e isso é representado com a parte baixa do homem, as genitais.
Now, these can be met in later on poems in different artifacts, like on the 5th century, 7th century, okay, around Greece. And not only, this is an Indo-Greek coin that represents this figure here. You see it? Is it clear? Yes. So it is the upper part of the cat head and the tripod, which is this lower part. Yes? Okay. I'm not going to insist more on that.
Bem, ela identificou naquela moeda, a moeda greco-indiana, greco-hindu, que é do século 75 a 70, o símbolo que ela tinha destacado ali, com algumas modificações.
Indo-grego, eu acho que seria uma tradução melhor.
Desculpa, obrigado.
So, well, these are more symbols that have been found in Minoan times, but I'm not going to say more about this. I don't want to confuse you more. Just skipping this part, okay? Just for you to see the pictures and how they have been found and related, okay? These are marks on different parts of the Minoan palace.
Esses são sinais que são encontrados em diferentes partes do palácio minoico. Que é o palácio de Equinócios.
Yes, yes, exactly. And this specific one, it really connects with the seal, yes? Now, as I said, the archaeology is telling us that the tripod is created by this sign, okay? And we have different artifacts, and especially this one. It's very interesting. It's in Oxford, okay? This one represents the goddess over the feline, over lions, holding the lions, and on top is the vase. Okay? The tripod libris is one part of it. Can I move on?
Essa representação da esquerda é uma deusa com leões e ela segurando uma base onde vai vaso.
Yes. Keep the vase because it's really important for later on. And I'm sure you have seen this in classical times, the Apollo with the lyre sitting over the tripod. Okay? It is very related. Can you see the metaphor that is happening here in these pictures?
Bem, ali ela está mostrando a Apolo com a lira, sentado sobre a trípode, e pergunta para vocês se vocês conseguem ver a conexão metafórica.
No? So keep in mind that the vase is connected with the water. So it is connected with the goddess. But the lower part is with the male. Okay, the lower part is with the male. And sometimes you may see in artifacts the legs are represented by lion legs. Okay?
Como chamou a atenção a Larissa, a parte de baixo, ligada à água, está representada a mulher, ao gênero feminino, enquanto que a parte inferior é trípode relacionada ao gênero masculino. E muitas vezes ela é representada com uma patas de leão, patas de leões.
And since it is connected with the goddess and with the water, we have other evidence in archaeology with these signs. In Egypt, for instance, and in Greece, the sign, the quadripartite sign, quadrant, okay, which is like the squares, okay. So these are the signs for a shrine, but as well for the earth and the water together. It's irrigation, irrigated land, okay. And this one is Minoan, a Minoan seal representing the head of the cat with the squares.
Cabeça do gato com os quadrados.
Yes, yes. It is important to understand this because the land and the water, it was very important concepts. There were important concepts in ancient civilizations, okay? And for Minoan times and later on for Mycenaean times, they were the consecration horns, as we say.
Horns.
Yes?
Horns.
Yes.
Horns.
And the horns were not only the bull, there were also the ears of the cat. And there was a specific reason for this.
Bem, ela disse que aquilo que nos parece cornos não são apenas uma representação, ou pode ter relação com o touro, mas também com a cabeça do gato, as orelhas do gato.
Are we okay so far? Yes, we're following. Now, I'm going to talk about ka, the following syllable, but here I need to say that this sign here is the base of the ma. This is the ma, and we have other variations as well. And this is the ka, but they have the same base, graphemic base.
Ka e ma têm a mesma base de grafema.
I'm going to skip a little bit this. So, have a look at the schematization now. Okay? Maybe it is clearer now. We have the tripod at the beginning, okay, that represents K. And how it is schematized through the study of the different artifacts that we have available from archaeology. Okay. So the snake and the legs, as I said, okay, the lower part. The second phoneme is ka. This is a very, very, very old symbol, Neolithic and prehistoric, really. You can find it in many parts of the world, not only in Greece. But for linear B, Evans is giving us these variations here a little bit more. So you can find it as a wheel. I'm sure you have seen the wheel in other, yes. It can be like a star, different variations, cut in half, the dot in the middle or the square in the middle, yes.
Bem, essas são as representações do sinal K, do fonema K, que ela diz que é comum em todas e muitas sociedades, que pode ter o sentido de roda, representar naquele ideograma.
Now, I want you to see a little bit more the connection, because I'm going to say how it is connected with the bull, and it is the symbol of the bull, the Ka. And this is very evident, especially in Egyptian archaeology. symbology and in hieroglyphs, because we can see in many parts the cross over the bull, yes. You can see as well the same value, the velar value, on the hands, on the bowl, the vase, okay, the shrine as well, and on the animal as well, main animal. And the cross on the bull is also met in Minoan and Mycenaean times. So the cross and the encyclo cross is with the bull, is representing the bull.
Bem, ela mencionou, bem, resumindo aqui, K simboliza o gado, mas pode ser encontrado em várias outras situações. Eu acho que essa é a tese que ela está tentando mostrar. A presença do K, a presença desse fonema K, nós encontramos em diversas outras situações.
And the interesting thing is that elsewhere, as in linear B, in Egypt, it has been used as a determinative, as a classifier, representing the town. So it has the meaning of the land. It has the meaning of the land. That was the word that I was telling you, Maria Elena, about, yes.
Ali embaixo, então, é o exemplo desse uso desse fonema K, que designa cidade.
Are we okay? Yes. So, in Minoan and Mycenaean times, we see again different artifacts. I'm sure you have seen this before. The bull with the Rosetta. The Rosetta is the cross. It's another variation of the cross. It's the star as well. The cross over here. And from Kibutas in Neolithic times, we know that it represents the genital area of the woman. Okay? So again, the primordial waters.
Então ela está mostrando essas imagens de gado com a roseta, que é encontrada aqui, encontrada ali. E, se não me engano, está relacionado com as águas primordiais.
Yes, the genital area of the woman. Yes.
A área genital.
Yes.
Ali tem o útero. Ali tem
Yes.
o ovário.
Exactly. Yes. And we know that because there are different artifacts, not only in Greece, like in Iberia as well. We have the area of the woman as a bull. It's represented. So we know that the genital area, it is the head of the bull, as it is represented here as well.
Bem, então, o que ela chamou a atenção é que a área genital feminina, ela também se assemelha e é representada com aquilo que também pode parecer a cabeça de um touro.
So now I want you to see a little bit the relations, because it is also the bull, okay? It can be the hands up, this part here, it can be the hands, okay? It can be the head of the bull as well, okay? So it is very conceptual, the metaphor, there is a metaphor, okay?
Também pode representar os braços levantados, o mesmo sinal que encontramos nas formas do touro.
And the most important thing is that nowadays psycholinguistics, since the 70s, they have shown that the animal figures as well as the human figure is firstly represented by the cycle. And we have evidence from research for children, so the cycle is the first, how can I say, shape that we perceive and we actually write. I can show you. Is that okay?
Ela está dizendo que o círculo seria a primeira coisa que nós perceberíamos e que nós desenharíamos.
Yes. Like for instance, these are drawings from children, and they have been asked to draw human figures. So the first thing that they were giving was the eyes, the head. Always, it was always the head. So the head represents life itself, either animal or human being. Ancient glyphs, Minoan and Egyptian, with the eye, round hieroglyphs, okay, and with the values here, Ka, Ra, or Ma. focus together with you. It's very important. So it's about laterals. So laterals means the R and the L, which are interchangeable in linguistics, and it's also the nasal M. These are the values here, Ka, Ra, and Ma, represented round-like. Okay.
São representações de Ka, Ra e Ma.
And Ma,
And
yes.
Ma, que são representações circulares, né, ligadas aos
Yes. Yes. Now, if you Google how to draw an animal, you can get the very first instructions of artists to draw like a cow's head or a cat's head and everything. It starts immediately with a cycle. They put the cross in the middle. It's very cognitive. So that you can put the eyes and then you can draw the specific details of each animal. And even for the body, the perception is round. Round, different parts. For different animals, not only for the cow, okay?
Ela disse que para a representação, por exemplo, da vaca, mas de diferentes animais, gado, bovino, diferentes animais, o círculo é utilizado, ou pode ser reduzido a forma circular.
So far with all this evidence that I'm giving you, Ka, in word, Kekaumeno, is connected with the cow and the bull for all these reasons, okay? And I'm giving you here the encoding and schematization. And in which Katya, is it in Mesopotamia that the same symbol is representing a lamb or a goat?
Não é cá esse, mas a ideia que a gente tem é que esse símbolo representaria um campo irrigado, né? Um campo cortado por canais de ligação.
Sim,
Então,
como ela tinha falado aqui.
essa mesma ideia da árvore.
The idea of the water, yes?
O que ela mostrou ali em cima é a esquematização de uma imagem. Ela seleciona, tem uma imagem ali com cabeça aqui em lugar e a progressiva transformação dessa cabeça no símbolo, no fonema K, que corresponde ao símbolo do círculo.
So far we have the tripod with the vase, and then we have the animal, the cow, yes? So we need to see what are the next phonemes of this word. And the two phonemes, hu and man, is connected with the axe, which was a sacred symbol during the Minoan and Mycenaean times, and not only in the Minoan and Mycenaean times, always as well in Egypt, but giving us in the Book of the Dead is giving us the specific representation of the axe with the serpent around. Okay?
Agora ela vai tratar desses fonemas U e Me, que estão relacionados com a representação do machado em diferentes culturas minoicas e também egípcias.
And I'm sure you have seen the double axe in many artifacts in archaeology. This is the easiest representation that you can have here, and I'm giving it as well, the schematization and the encoding.
Bem, então nós vemos aqui o mesmo esquema aplicado ao anterior, que é a imagem selecionada, a sua esquematização e a sua codificação. Codificação que corresponde ao fonema U e Me.
Yes. But think that mu, the sound mu as ma, is referring to round objects. So you have to think that the serpent, it has, although it is long, it is also a cylinder animal. Okay, so it refers a lot. And I'm going to show you, if I can, through time, the connections a little bit more. And I have the last now syllable, no. Another nasal.
No, nasal, fonema nasal.
Yes, so we have in Minoan seals, we have in different vases, the connection is with the bird and the egg. Okay, and we have many depictions.
Bird and?
Egg.
Egg,
The egg.
ovo.
Yes.
Então ela está falando do no relacionado à ave e ao ovo.
And in Egyptian, for instance, in Greek mythology, the recreation of the world, through night, okay, the Orphic myth, the world was cursed, not the world, well, okay, maybe the world in this perception. was a bird, okay, a dark bird, and then laid the sky and the earth, okay? So that is the mythology related to the bird itself.
O pássaro estaria ligado à mitologia da criação.
Yes, it is. For instance, in Egypt, it is the goddess Nu. Or Nu. It is, yes. Yes. And the bird is very often depicted in tombs, like the larnacs. These are tombs, my known ones, and we can see here the bird with the cow, the goats, and the calves.
Bem, isso é recipiente funerário, não? E ali ela destacou a presença do pássaro. Né? Está ali de cabeça para baixo, se não me engano. E lá em cima.
And Evans has given us so many variations of the no. And in these variations, it is represented either as a bird, we can see it very clearly, or it is giving us this part here. It's very interesting because, as I can show you, with in relation to the funerary and the rituals that were happening, it might be a musical instrument. So the bird is connected a lot with music. Yes, it's connected with music.
Bem, são várias representações fornecidas pelo Evans para esses fonemas que nós estamos tratando, e ela destacou o último sinal que aparece lá, que é relacionado ao pássaro e que lembra também uma lira. Então ela diz que o pássaro é ligado à música.
And the schematization that I'm giving you.
Então aqui ela repete a esquematização, a imagem, a esquematização e a codificação desse fonema não.
And again, if you search how we can draw animals, you will see this is coming. This is the pattern, like the body as a round one. That's why you have the nasal sound nu, okay? Which refers, it's the nasal sound like mu and nu. Now, this is one of the most famous larnacs in my known times, and represents a ritual for a dead person.
São murais minoicos muito famosos que representam funerais.
And the connection of the word kikaumeno with the scenes that are depicted in these larnacs, they really, really match.
Bem, que há uma conexão entre a palavra kikaumeno e essas representações figuráveis.
Yes. So we have the vase, the tripod, so the offerings, okay? And this is depicted twice actually in larnacs. We have the bird which is standing over the axis, and according to the archaeologist Marinatos, it is related with the goddess itself, with the divinity of goddess, the divinity.
The bird?
The bird, yes.
Ela destacou o vaso e ela mencionou o arquipélago Nano Marinatus,
Yes, Marinatos.
que faz a relação entre o pássaro e the bird, the relation.
And the relation of the bird is the divinity.
Yeah,
Is
or divinity.
like a god or
Divinity.
goddess, okay? So Marinatus does not say exactly if it is a female god or a male god.
Sem saber se é feminino ou masculino, a representação da divindade.
And, oh yes, sorry, I forgot to say here that in the ritual we have the music, it's here, okay? So in this scene with the birds, the vase, there is the music as well, okay?
Então ela destaca a presença do vaso, do pássaro e também da música.
And the cross on the bull that is sacrificed.
E a presença daquela cruz no animal, no gado ali que está sacrificado.
And if you can have a look here, the very first, as we believe, shrines in my non times with the horns, okay, the
primeiras representações de cerimônia, e ela destacou a presença ou da representação dos cornos ou da cabeça do gato, e a presença dos círculos, né, que representam a serpente.
So the metaphors are depicted throughout, and the bull appears very often in languages, in the dreams, okay? I don't know if I can say this, I don't know if you are tired of looking up, but just to say that these are Iberian columns, okay? Iberian in Spain, Spain and Portugal actually, yes? So, in these, the archaeologists believe that they are funeral rituals represented. So we have objects like this. So you can see the animal driving a chariot. So there is the chariot, but look at the shape and the metaphor, what is being represented. We have the person standing in front of the chariot with the animals with the hands up, okay? We have ceremonies like dancing or singing, like here. We have connected to the leg the quadripartite shape of the land or the shrine I'm showing you. Or we have the cycle, the labyrinth-like representation of the water. Okay? Or it can be a weapon, like the shield, okay?
Bem, aqui ela está mostrando imagens que vêm da Península Ibérica e tentando mostrar a presença aqui de vários elementos que ela destacou nas representações minoicas.
And the other part is that weapons like axes or not exactly axes, I mean, we are not sure whether these are axes or not, but there might be. There are different interpretations and knives as well that are depicted, and also the head of the bull or a cow, the horns. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to say all these things. Now, the idea is that some of the depictions with some of the symbols and with the sounds, they may represent musical instruments. Okay? And the metaphor is very close with what has been presented in the artifacts and how they were actually in reality. Or maybe I should, like the sistrum. The sistrum has the shape. This one, yes, it's been represented. This is the head of a cow, as it is in Egypt, yes. This is the serpent dividing the instrument, and on top in some other sistrum we see the cat. So there is a cognitive metaphor of the representation of the ritual even on the objects that they were using. Okay? I'm not going to say more about this. I think I've shown you many things. So, what are the connections again? Kekaumeno. It is a word that has been used to signify fire, something which is burnt. And the symbols of the world is the vase, the cow, the axe, and the bird.
Eu tinha falado anteriormente de metáfora cognitiva. Metáfora cognitiva.
Shall I repeat it?
Oh, yes, you can repeat it.
Like the word as a whole, it represents the vase, okay, the tripod, yes.
É como se essa palavra congregasse todos os significados que ela tratou até agora.
The cow,
Vaso, a
the
vaca.
calf, who and me represents the axes, the double axes that were represented, okay?
O Enem representa o machado.
And no, the final one, which is the bird, which is connected with music as well, and with the creation of life and rebirth.
relacionado com pássaro, de criação.
Now, in relation to this symbolism with current research in sound symbolism, so I'm talking about not the written script, but I'm talking about the phonemes that we are giving, okay? As I said, these sounds like mu, like ru, like lo, ku, especially o and a, these are the phonemes that are connected with roundness or round-like objects.
Bem, esses fonemas que ela tratou até agora são relacionados a essas fórmulas circulares, essas formas circulares.
There is much research that is showing this for different languages, English, Japanese, Australian, indigenous languages, and now currently I'm having my data for Greek as well, okay? And the nasals, mi and n, for soft reference, like the bird with the feathers, okay?
E os sons nasais estão relacionados com essas referências soft, como os pássaros.
So my idea is, why am I presenting all these things? Because I want to see the written script as extra information on the naming function of language.
Could you repeat this?
Like the written script, even in its current, form, can inform the language function. Yes?
Os símbolos escritos podem revelar as funções.
Yes. And so far, we haven't done this connection. We haven't made these connections. We were always keeping apart ancient scripts for archaeologists or for epigraphists, not for linguists, maybe for a few. And we didn't actually connect the written script with the history, like for instance, of the alphabet. There are many ways to connect it, okay? And as well as with the culture, the context of civilization, of culture itself.
Bem, a tese dela é que até agora não se explorou essa relação entre diferentes línguas, dos sons, desses sons com esses significados.
So the cognitive metaphor, especially in ancient civilizations, existed everywhere. The fire or the dead body was placed. This is the round plan of tombs, tumulus, yes, the tumuli. This is a round plan, and in the middle, it was the dead body located. Ka, evident. The fire in the megaron or Minoan, how can I say, palaces, and elsewhere, like in Egypt as well, or yes, you can see the fire. It is round as well. The metaphor is here as well. On vases, you have the egg. Since Neolithic times, throughout the years, not only in Greece, in many other civilizations, you have the metaphor of the round, the eye, it can be the eye, it can be the eye of the snake, it can be the egg itself, it has many meanings. Yes.
Bem, o que ela está tentando, sua tese é de que nós encontramos em diferentes culturas essas mesmas relações entre os fonemas e os significados. Então ali ela destacou um túmulo, aqui um megaron com a forma circular no centro e ali há outras representações.
And actually Renfrew, the archaeologist, was the one who introduced cognitive archaeology, how cognitivism works within archaeology. So this is what I'm using here. So everywhere, and in modern times in a different way, the metaphor and the way they have used the symbols with their language and with their space was very similar. Yes. I'm not going to say anything more. I'm going to stop it here.